Startup. First of all, we are honored today to have with us Stefan Życzkowski, who's the former CEO of the Polish company ASTOR, where he's a co-owner and also chairman of the strategic board at the company's time, but also an alumni from Cracow University of Technology. So Stefan will share a little bit about the story from student to CEO at ASTOR, and a little bit about the history of ASTOR and how he, as a former student at CUT, has proceeded after that one. This session will be that there will be a presentation by Stefan, and afterwards there will be possibilities of questions and answers and a dialogue, hopefully.
Yep.
It will be up to 1 hour, depending on how much time we need and how much questions, how much information there is. I should also inform you that this session is recorded, and so it's part of the STARS talks that we hold at STARS EU as an European University Initiative and the STARS EU Alliance. It will be possible to view afterwards through the website that we have. So I hope that you agree upon that we are recording. If you're not familiar with or accept that one, you need to switch off and actually leave the meeting, because your name and your video could be shown if you have any questions, if you're using that one and so on. So I hope that it's fine by all that we do this. With that, and as a very brief introduction, I would actually like to leave the floor and the microphone over to Stefan Życzkowski as the presenter today. It's a great honor, and I'm really looking forward to hear about your journey and about ASTOR and what you would like to share with us today. So the floor is yours. Please, if you want to introduce yourself and what you would like to say, Stefan.
Thank you very much. Welcome everybody. I am Stefan Życzkowski from Krakow. I born in Krakow, and I was student of University of Technology in Krakow, and I graduated it. And during my study, I established ASTOR company, and I will tell you this story about me and my company and hopefully Poland. So this is my proposal for agenda. I a little bit changed this agenda because it is maybe too much overloaded. So the 5th point is question and answers, or I will tell you this about renovation of real estate in Poland as a symbolic change of this country, because this is story how the country was changed last 40 years. But we start from the economical background because it is really big change. And then about me, then about ASTOR, and also about succession we made in ASTOR. The succession, it is a very long process and very difficult. I would tell you this is the most difficult process from being in the company when you would like to born a company and then to have it long time, which was my goal from the very beginning. And about Poland since 1987, because I established this company in 1997, almost 40 years ago. And I had a speech in 2012. It was an anniversary of ASTOR. It was a big meeting in the Krakow, and there was really many people, more than 400. And I did this speech, and I would like to tell you the part of this speech just about economy, because this will be a very good topic to understand how the Poland was changed. I started from the just number 25 because it was 25 anniversary at that time, but this 25 means something totally different, because it is a table with the information about Polish national average salary. We had changed our currency. Before it was zloty, and now it is new zloty, which is name is PLN, Polish zloty new. And imagine that in year 1987, we could earn as an average about $25, because I don't use euro, because at that time euro didn't exist. It was ECU, it was a European currency, as I remember, but doesn't matter. And look how it is changed. Within 10 years, it was more than 10 times. Then it was more than 3 times. And 2012, it was $1,000, which is maybe not very big money today. But if you compare with 25, you can. Sometimes it's very difficult. I was asked several times how you can survive, how you can live in Poland with $25 a month. But really, it is true, we could. This was salary of my mother. My father was a professor of Cracow University of Technology, and he earns a little bit more, maybe 4 times more, but still it was $100 a month. And we could live and grow as a family. And nowadays, today, we can say that it is about 2,000, little bit less than $2,000. So it is changed 100 times, almost 100 times during the time frame of 40 years. If you draw, it is like a straight line, just drawing of these numbers. But if you go to the details, because it is every 10 years, if you go to details, I draw this in Polish currency and dollar, and especially if you change into the dollars, you could see how it was not linear, because we could have some crisis, economical crises in 2008. It was like that, and this was a big change at that time. And last 4 years, it is the most big drop to the almost $2,000. So these drawings can show you how the economy was changed, and how we were fighting with the capital, with the money, because we, as a country, we were a very poor country. Now we are a very rich country. However, the comparison with the west part of Europe can be done. 40 years ago, you couldn't compare this, because it was totally different economy. Just about me, I had a possibility and opportunity to touch my first computer in year 1982. I was 15, and I got access. At that time, nobody could have computers. Just around the world, it was difficult, but in Poland, it was really very, very, very seldom. This computer was Commodore VIC-20. It had 3.5 kilobytes memory, total memory. So really, today the logo is bigger than 3.5 kilobytes. And I could have access to this computer for 2 hours a month. So I was learning myself to write the programs. I wrote the program to have, it was a 3 stacks of matches, and you could take any match from just one stock, how much you wanted, and this guy who takes last one, this could win. And this was my algorithm. I wrote in the paper, and then I was simulating computer in my mind to test it, and finally I could enter this program to the computer. And this is why I did myself learning how to program computers when I was 15. And this is, I'm going back to these years, because this changed my life significantly. Because in 1983, my father, who knew that I am learning programming, he bought me computer. He was in conference in UK. He got because this was a very expensive thing for Polish people at that time, because we were very poor. And he had a speech he was professor. He had a speech in Liverpool, and he bought me this computer, and I learned to program. And I use this knowledge at that time was very, very unique. Very seldom somebody could program computers. And I wrote a games. At the beginning, I was a game writer. And today I don't touch at all these things. And I finished writing games when everybody started this. I wrote a game in 1984. It is my best game, and it was published in Krajowa Agencja Wydawnicza in 87. Then this game was stolen by somebody, I don't know who, stolen this company and downloaded to the UK server, and this game survived. So still you can download it and play it today on your mobile or on your computer, and it will work after 42 years. And then I wrote in assembler another game. This was probably the first game I was described as a shareware possibility for people, because it was very much protected against copying, but you could do this copy by pressing $, and then you had to follow some answers and some questions, and still it works, and you can see it. And this was a part when I learned to program in assembler and in Pascal and in BASIC and many other languages, which were at that time just up to date. And finally, in 87, from one side, I published this game, and then I stopped writing games at all, and I established ASTOR company. 10 years later, 10 years after it was published, it is a set of films on YouTube about Polish games. This is history of Polish games. And in the first two films, it is described my games I didn't know for a long, long time. And one day I recognized that it is about me and my games. So I am one of the first writer of games. What is the change that I could do this by myself, one person? I did back-end, front-end, graphics, everything, and just I could publish it. Today, it is not possible to do anything within one person. In 1985, I started to study mechanical engineering. It was in downtown Krakow, this old campus. Then this mechanical division was moved to the Czyżyny, the second this second campus, and I graduated in 1991. And I was asked to stay in Polytechnica, in Cracow University of Technology as an assistant, but I knew that I want to do business. I established my company when I was on third year study, and I had some problems to continue study and develop company. This company was very poor. Company was poor, but finally I understood that I have to finish my study, and I did this, and my company was in not so good condition. However, I had some experience which was valuable for me for next years. And my specialization was computer design and control of machine tools and robots, but it was an individual course of study. It was not a group. This was just 7 people who was put together to make a group, because the Cracow University of Technology had no specialist, not a specialist for this purpose, and we were learning together. So sometimes students were better than professors, sometimes not. And after 2 years of these tests with Mr. Jerzy Zamorski, Cracow University of Technology introduced automation as a specialization on mechanical engineering in Krakow. But so it was based on experience with me and my colleagues. And I did master thesis control of the MCollage. This was interesting because Cracow University of Technology was not rich enough to buy the total latch, but they buy just mechanical part from Austrian company Nemco, and we as students could make a control system and I did the program for that and full control system we did internally in Poland. And this program was used for a long time to teach people when I just after my graduation. So this is some photos from this time. What was the level of techniques, and this is about robot, ABB robot. I was learning on it. Then it is a movement to company when I was just much more experience and my company was developed. I had the possibility to meet with Mr. Jacek Balcewicz. He set up these 10 rules because he did a big interview with me in 2012, and it was appeared in magazine Cracow in May 1913. And it was big interview when I was talking to him about company and about rules, how this company is built. Then we put these rules to the calendar, and I translated these rules for you. It was a summary of this article. So this was description how the ASTOR is organized. After this, I was talking with him maybe 3 hours. I was describing everything, and to finalize this article, he did these 10 points. This was a summary of this article. And finally, I call this 10 rules of Stefan Życzkowski, how to maintain or develop companies. It is not about this. I have a special speech about this, but I will tell you one thing, that the fifth point is that you can develop company on fair rules. So if you're playing not fair, that will be not a long story. I wanted from the very first day to have a long-term company. I was interested to develop company for years, not to make money on days. And then all the rules. We decided to publish a book, and it is published. This interesting thing, it is published in Poland in Polish language, but then we translate it into English, so it is available in Polish language. People that matter in English, and it is an English version still available for somebody who is interested. And everything is described in this book, and still it is people like to read this book. But it is 10 years old. My achievements and awards. So this is the set of what I achieved. I achieved the Golden Statue of Polish Business Leader. I received the one who changes Polish industry, because it is true. We in Poland, we changed the industry from very old to really modern, maybe not the best in the world, but comparable at least. And finally in 2022, I got a Golden Cross from Polish president because of my work for public benefits. So especially for business leaderships. And many other. And I am engineer, master of science. I'm not doctor even or professor, but I was invited to be as a member of automation and robotics committee in the Polish Academy of Science. I was there for 5 years, and I am golden graduate of Cracow University of Technology, and I was a chairman of the University Council of the Cracow University of Technology for the first term of office. So it was established a new position, and I was cooperating with the university just for 2 years, and I think that this work changed and significantly improved Cracow University of Technology, because I did this in years 2019, 2020, and I think we add some value as we were a group of entrepreneurs, and we we add some value to the Politechnika Krakowska, Cracow University of Technology. And I established, and I was a founder of Polish Forum of Automation and Robotics. This is organization of people who gives the work, so entrepreneurs, and it is valuable organization for Polish market of robots and automation. Just I'm going now to the ASTOR. This is the history. This is one slide. It was established by me and my brother. This was family, 100% family company at the beginning. We put the capital $100, so it sounds for you maybe crazy, but as I told you before, it was 4-month salary, so it was not just a $100. It was much more at that time. And then we developed the company. We are doing now business in automation, robotics, digitalization, so industrial software and intralogistics, so internal movement of products in the factories. What is fine, and I show you this on this slide, that people are sometimes not competent in doing business, but they are very competent to discuss about logo. So it is a history of ASTOR's logo. At the beginning, it was black and white. Then we had some renderings. Then it was simplified. Then my marketing manager told me, "Hey, Stefan, this logo is ugly and it is old, and we are a modern company, so we have to change logo." And we had a long discussions about logo. And this one in this right circle was a logo. I call this logo for one day, because we established this logo, and after one day I canceled it just because I didn't like it. And finally, we did this modernization to the last one on the right side, which is a little bit connected with the first one, but it is really modern, and we have it now. And now we have 180 persons. And I also, during this time, I did 15 startups. So other companies, daughter companies, they do some business around the automation in Poland. So we have ASTOR and other companies. Our mission is leading responsibility and humanistically to the industry of the future. This is our mission, and I will describe you what does it mean responsibly. We are winning together. We are honest, we focus on business, and we work in partnership, and we bring things to the end. This is very important, and not everybody can do this. Sometimes it needs a time and money, and if we start to do something, we have to finish it. And this is important. We are Polish leading company. We help to win, we cooperate and train and inspire, and we sub-trends of modern industry. I will show you this in future. Humanistically, which probably doesn't fit for you very well to the engineering, but it is a very important thing. We take care about people. We create valuable workplaces in our in-house, in our company, and in our customers' companies, because automation can help to have better, more efficient job and more valuable. In the future, you can even earn more money. And we had for a long time, we had a title Great Place to Work. It is American organization who test companies and ask all workers how they are happy with the work and with everything in this work. And we got this certificate for long times. We develop Engineers 4.0. These engineers are ready to create Industry 4.0. About 4.0, I will tell you something more. And we manage this company in a basis of joint ownership, because one day I decided to sell to my workers about 25% of the shares of ASTOR. And today, at the beginning, it was 20 workers. Now it is about 80 workers are owners of the ASTOR. So we with my brother Karol, we maintain about 50%. We control this company, but the rest it is belonging to workers. And industry of the future is Industry 4.0, automation, robotization, digitalization, and intralogistics. So this, now you can see the slide about Great Place to Work. This is the average index of Poland in years 13 to 22, and ASTOR, which is always bigger than 80%. And if you have 80%, then you get a certificate Great Place to Work. About company development, I have not so much time, but just 15 seconds how to describe this leadership. This is map of Poland. We were improving Polish industry, and you have the list of sales until 2002, and until 2009, until 2016, and until 2025. So we can see that there's really many customers, more than 8,000 customers. If you look to the Cracow area and Silesia area, we have every 5 kilometers or every 15 kilometers somebody who bought something from ASTOR. This is my office in downtown Cracow. We bought this building and renovated this building. This is the last part of my speech, if it's a time for that. And I have this is the history of my company when I graduated study and I start to make a real business. We were growing until some crisis, economic crises will impact our business. However, we did all years or were profitable, so never lose, and almost all time we grew to the bigger company. In this year, 2016, we had a crisis because we were down, and then we started to upgrade company and to sell part of the company to the workers. And then you can see the angle of the development is changed after 16. And in year 2022, it was new president. Just I finished my being president. I was a bit tired, and we started to do succession. And it is also but is in Polish language, unfortunately, the podcast about me and how I did this employee capital and this employee stock ownership plan for ASTOR people, because it is very seldom. In Poland, doesn't exist almost at all, but we did, and we are very successful with this plan. Our vision for 10 years, since 2020 to 2030, is the most trusted supplier of intelligent industrial technology in Central and East Europe. When I was finishing my job, I was concentrating on Polish market, and my mission was to bring the best technologies for automation and control to the Polish industry. And now we expand. A new president, he has some ambitions, and he would like to export. And we do export nowadays for our world, not big in amount of the money wise, but it is significant. And we are authorized distributor of Kawasaki for Central and Eastern Europe. So we operate in 12 countries. In 12 countries near Poland, but also we have some sales to Japan, to Australia, to USA, and other countries. And just two slides about what we do differently, and this is describing how I think. One day I wanted to have a camper because I have big family. I have 5 children, and I could buy it for me, but I did it totally different. I bought it for the company, and I was using this as a worker, just as a worker. But everybody can just order and have it for 1 or 2 weeks, and there is this is product which is accessible for every worker. And this is because if I buy it, then I can use it for 2 weeks a year. It does have no sense. So I never do these things. I prefer to do this for everybody. I mean, for everybody from my company. We also, with my brother, decided to found the only one private found well, just it is a bench of Mr. Stefan Banach, which is very famous Polish mathematician. And it was initiative of Jagiellonian University of Cracow, because my brother is a professor of Jagiellonian University of Cracow, and they wanted to do this, but they had no money for that, so we paid for this, and we have now our logo, and in the downtown Cracow, you can come and see it in real life in Cracow. And this is some slides about what we do. We are selling, and we still sell control systems, just for some machine. Sorry for Polish language. It's a little bit film about our application in Mr. Wiśniowski, the cake manufacturer, and we did application for robotics with robotics to world a big cake. So we did also many control systems for metallurgy. So it is technology in Katowice, in Huta Katowice. This is controlled by our control system. This is blast furnace controlled by our system. 2 blast furnaces we sold. I mean, we sold not blast furnaces, but control systems for blast. And so we did for rolling mill and really big. I'm just showing you very impressive slides from our real sales last 20 years. And we also did a very innovative control system for long rail. It is just two companies doing this all over Europe, and one of these, it is 120 meters long rail, and there's really many technical issues when you would like to control it, and it is all done by our system, sold to the Mittal in year 2014. And it was opening of this installation. Also arc welding, some panels and some visualization software, some application. This is application in USA. We sold to USA the system for intralogistics movement of products for furnitures. Also, we sold many applications for water treatment. I mean, just every time I speak about this is about control systems and software, not about units. Industry 4.0, we started to do things on this in 2016, and then we published white papers about Industry 4.0, about Engineers 4.0, and we did some work and also showrooms with Cracow Technology Park, and it is still existing, and you can visit us and see it. So we were, and still we are in the Industry 4.0, but we are very much oriented. We have 2 showrooms, and we did Academy of Industry 4.0 in our company. We got some prizes, the best of Industry 4.0. We did also what is I wanted to mention about sponsoring. One day I decided, it was in 2020, that we will be a sponsor of Wisła Kraków. We had an issue with the name Kawasaki, which is very famous and very good company in Japan, but not famous in Poland. And we did a good job together with Wisła Kraków. We were sponsor of this club, and we showed the robot on the stadium. Then we could have Mr. Błaszczykowski. This is the second most famous player in Poland after Mr. Lewandowski. They both both have more than 100 matches in the national Polish team. and he was also playing in this club, and he was promoting Kawasaki Robotics. And this was the biggest ever campaign, very expensive for us, but it was established in 2020 when it was COVID time. So the price from the club point of view was very cheap. From our point of view, was very expensive. But finally, we could manage this, and we did this project, and we doubled our sales within 1 year, 12 months. So it was very good. It had very good economical impact on our business. And then we did 3 times the sponsorship with Aviva and Astrada. This is other brands. And if you use the FIFA game from year 2020, you could configure Messi, Ronaldo, and Lewandowski with Kawasaki Robotics. It was additional value, which was totally at the beginning we didn't understand what we are doing. And then in the same time we started to do Astorino education project. This is the robot design and manufacture in Krakow. This is in the middle between toys and the real robots. So the idea was to have a small robot, plastic one, very safe for children and for everybody, when you can one-to-one learn how to program Kawasaki. It is 100% Kawasaki compatible, designed in Poland with reverse engineering, much cheaper. And if you write a program, this program will go exactly the same on a real Kawasaki robot, and on Astorino in Kawasaki will be a little bit faster, but this Astorino is safe, and it is 4 or 5 times cheaper. And we are selling these robots to universities and to schools, because I believe that if somebody is 15 and can learn how to program robots, this will change his life for full life. So when I was 15, I was starting to program, and I would like to repeat it. This for young people. And we have some export cooperation with many countries. We signed the contracts with Kawasaki, and now we are allowed to sell to Kawasaki and to all countries as a Kawasaki product. We were showing this in Osaka World Trade Center, and this is about robot, but just pre slide about successor perspective, because Mr. Jarosław Gracer, now he is a president of ASTOR. He starts to work just after study. And he started with just as a standard person, and then he was higher. Then he started to cooperate with us, with company management, and then he was prepared for me for 3 years to be able to maintain or to manage ASTOR today. These changes started in year 1918, so it's almost 8 years when we start this project, and he's president of ASTOR for 5 years. So it is a symbolic just slide when somebody is running and giving this to the next one. So this was my thinking, that the company should stay longer than me and than my life. And because of that, I started to do this process, which is very, very complex and very difficult process. And he told me that what is the difference between being in the board, being in the president and CEO, that you give the final answer. This is the difference between being in the member and CEO in the company management. That's all from my side. It's a long time, but I am ready now for questions, or we can just have a 5 or 6 slides about how we did the renovation of my office. Yep.
Thank you very much, Stefan. Most interesting presentation. I'm certain that there will be be questions. I have some, but I think that Katrin has one already. So if you stop sharing, we could
Yeah.
perhaps have some dialogue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please, Katrin. You are muted, Katrin, but your hand's up. I don't know if do you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my Zoom was frozen. Sorry. Hi, thank you, Mr. Życzkowski, for the interesting presentation. My name is Katrin. I'm from the University of Applied Sciences in Bremen in Germany. And in your 10 rules for business, you mentioned that you must have intellectual property to sell. And I was wondering about the other side of that. I was wondering about when do you make the decision to cooperate with universities to buy intellectual property? How do you go about scouting technology innovations from universities, and what sort of leads that decision? And my apologies if this was mentioned in the very beginning because I was 2 minutes late.
No, it was not mentioned. Yeah, it is from my perspective, it is a big distance between Polish universities and Polish companies, and it is a very difficult process to cooperate on intellectual property. You are frozen. Do you hear me? No.
Katrin seems to be frozen. Yes, I'm sorry about that. So
Yeah, but it is we don't have big successes on this, and what we could have this is that we get a very clever and very good people to the ASTOR from Polish. They are graduated Krakow, mainly Krakow, but generally Polish technical universities. I have very good staff, very good engineers, and this is a very good level of education in Poland now or 10 years ago. I'm very happy with it, and this is my value. But then I have this designer who did this Astorino, but we did this in totally commercially by Astor. And my experience is this is my personal experience is very unique. Not when that when we decided to do this Astorino, and it was plenty of big technical issues in this, and many mistakes and many troubles. We decided to finance it fully from our pocket. No, just any other foundations and any other things, because it is disturbing. You need 100% time for bug fixing and for new development, and you cannot to be from my perspective personal. If you want to be innovative, you have to focus 100% to be innovative. If you need to just have a paperwork to get some money, then this disturbs your focus. And we had no time, and we decided, because we tested several possibilities to finance and to cooperate with others. And finally, we decided that we have to do by ourselves internally and finance internally. And then we got a real innovative product, because it is this robot is the single one all over the world, and all competitors to Kawasaki are worried about this robot because they don't have it. And we were asked by Fanuc Robotics or KUKA to do a version of for KUKA or Fanuc, because the KUKA, Fanuc, and Kawasaki, these are three big competitors. So I'm trying to give you the scale of innovation. This is a big innovative project, because we did controller for this robot. Well, it was a very big amount of work, really huge. I don't know how to describe it, but the controller for Castorino cost you $50, and the controller for real robot cost you $5,000. So this is the output from the input.
Thank you.
yes, thank you very much, Stefan. I don't. If you have any comments or questions, please raise your hand. But in the meantime, I could first of all, Stefan, thank you very much for a very interesting presentation on the journey that you have undertaken with ASTOR and yourself and what you have achieved. There's a lot of things that I could relate to what we are doing in the STARS EU when it comes to you talking about that the people matter. You see the whole picture, and that humans and the personnel is very important. When we talk about there's so many of our thematic interest groups which are relevant for what you have spoken about when it comes to those issues, but also sustainable industry, circular economy, the digital transformation, robotics, industrialization, and so on. So there's quite a lot of things that would be of very large interest to what we are thinking and what we are doing. But I was thinking about when you think. When you conducted your studies at and did your master at Cracow University of Technology, were you had quite a lot of input to begin with on your own of developing your interest in programming and robotics and such, but your studies that you conducted, which kind of experience from that would be important for the journey that you taken afterwards with starting up the company and how you thought about developing the ASTOR and so on. The importance of the studies and the content of the studies, was it mainly yourself, or did you get important input during the studies as well?
Partly I told about this, but maybe I will repeat it. I had an individual studying possibilities, and the final stage of the studies, I wrote many programs for people. Instead of passing exams, I was writing the programs, and I had the possibility to be a fluent and very efficient programmer, because I had some libraries, my internal libraries, and I was writing these programs one by one. I don't remember how many, but more than 20 or even more than 20 programs, which were very valuable for university for 10 years. They were used for another students. And this gives me, and I also had the experience, it was not big practical experience, but I had this touch with robots, and I had some, but the programming, I started my business after graduation from controllers, of programmable logic controllers. And all this stuff I had to learn myself after study, because during study, it was not possible to touch this type of products, but this was a different time than nowadays. Nobody knew this new technology. It was too expensive for Polish people. But what I got from the university, the possibility to, how to say, I was open for new technology, and I was sure that I can do this. And I learned how to learn myself new technologies from the books and from the internet didn't exist. Internet didn't exist. Even email didn't exist at that time. Email came to us in 91 or something like that. I don't know if you imagine this. No emails, no internet, no web pages, just different world. But we could learn from books. And we learn how to learn about new things, totally new things, and be sure that we are doing well. This is what I learned in university, and it was a good base. And finally, when I'm searching for people, for young people, I don't care what they know. I care how they wanted to learn, what passion. And more how they approach, not what they know. And this is different approach, because normally people in the companies, they would like to get somebody who knows, I don't know, how to program Kawasaki robots, for example. And this is for me not value. Value is this something different. So.
Thank you very much, and I really appreciate the holistic approach that you have to the cure that you look upon the people in the company more being that they are curious and novelty seeking and more about the how to develop than the precise knowledge that they already have gained, but also to be interested and so on. Yeah, that sounds really. I was thinking about you have had quite on journey, positive. You developed quite largely within ASTOR. I was thinking about how about it's also been quite from the early stages when you have the transformation of economy and the which kind of circumstances about finances. How have you grown by your revenues in the company, or how do you have finances?
Thank you for this question, because I forgot to tell about this. Because we at the beginning we could be able to born just to have it for 1 year $20,000. Then we just and then we were using just two things, just profit. So we learned that we had no capital, and we wanted to have my company, or I mean our company with my workers, not somebody else. And we learn how to be patient and frugal. So we were saving all money, and our goal was to pay as much as possible CIT, so company income tax. If you have no capital, you need to get them from somebody, which starts that you are not owner of your company, or you need to earn it and stay and save it in the company. So you need to pay CIT, so company income tax, because if you try to omit this, and for example you have cars with the leasing and you do cost not to pay income tax, then you will not build your capital. And when we were 10 million turnover Polish zloty company, we wanted to be 100 million Polish zloty company, and we knew that we needed more capital. And we are using all the time two things: our capital after CIT paid, and we have many credits from banks, but these credits are mainly for real estate. And I learned not to spend too much, and still I'm not spending too much, because this is my at the beginning I started to save everything, and I have, even now when I can do more, can spend more money, I have some problems with that. This is about me.
Yeah, thank you very much, Stefan. It's I think that goes for many, including myself, but that's sometimes differs, of course. Yeah, but okay, the time is almost running out, I believe. I don't know if there are any more questions or any comments from anybody of the participants in the webinar. I can't see that at this time. So with that, I would like to thank you very much, Stefan, for sharing your journey about this very interesting presentation of the achievements and the development that you have done with since your studies and the foundation of the company and the journey you've taken. It's there's a great achievement made by you, and it's very interesting to have heard about the journey and what you have done. Impressive in many cases, and I thank you for giving this talk today and sharing this with us. And as I said before, there's quite a lot of possibilities, what we are trying to do within this alliance of universities in Europe of what you're doing on robotics, automation, sustainability, circular economy, and other things. So I think and hope that we could have and will have further contacts down the road. But at this time, thank you again, Stefan. It's been a pleasure and most interesting to hear about it, and great achievements that you made. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.